The western part of the United States has always been a source of adventure and opportunity, dating back centuries. Mass migration started in a big way with the 1840s gold rush that sent thousands of men pouring across unspoiled wilderness in search of a way to claw themselves out of poverty. Some succeeded, many did not, but all of those people left a mark on the wilderness. They left holes in the ground you could still fall down today and never be heard of again. They left massive timber railroad tracks. Iron buckets that once held minerals can still be found hanging from beams and cables in the woods. Shacks where they would huddle around a coffee pot before heading to the bowels of the earth still stand. Many of these mining operations were quickly abandoned when the gold or mineral vein ran out, and then the miners would move on to other works and other jobs, leaving behind machinery, tools, buildings. Join me today as we venture into one of our great national forests to explore several such abandoned mining camps. We are headed to a place where there are no ticket queues, no visitor centers, just dusty tracks in the woods and a day of hiking to a speck on the satellite map to try and find these lost relics. The West is big and full of fascinating places that deserve to be explored and remembered. Welcome to a time before OSHA and safety regulations. Working here is probably hell on earth, as well as under it.
Like something out of a Western themed amusement park. You can see the railroad track curving around like this, just beautifully. Here's some of that old curved track. Mine's up there. I'll show you that in a second. Curves right around like this, right into the actual main section of mine right there. I mean, this just must have been insane. Carts of ore rattling out of the mountain. Seriously, I understand the inspiration for those old wooden roller coasters. I mean, this is it. And I bet if the miners ever took a little ride, it would feel like they were on the world's first roller coaster too. You can really just feel the ice cold air blowing out of that. Whew. It's like an absolute, it feels like opening a fridge, or a freezer, just absolutely ice cold air coming out. But at least I got a fire extinguisher. Really don't want to slip down there. Oh, there's another mining camp. I didn't even see that one. Shall have to check that one out next. Anyways, back to the business at hand. Trying to get a better look inside this crazy old structure without killing myself. Oh, so here are the big chutes. This must be a giant hopper box for the ore. And then it would put in different chutes. These are probably where down the valley we saw all those like A-frame looking towers with buckets on them. Must have been able to hook the buckets up right here, send them out through those windows, off into the conveyor belt system, into the great beyond. You know, this is really why I love the West. I mean, check it out. You gotta put the shitter somewhere. Might as well looking at a bunch of pipes. Let's see what's in there. Nothing much. Let's go check these out. There's some kind of collapsed structure over there. And we got an engine in here. Some other stuff in here. So let's see what we got. Oh man. It's some kind of old generator. Let's go take a closer look. Wow. That is really cool. God. Looks like a handle out of a video game, you know? Turn the power on. Oh, I love that. It's such a satisfying, like, ka-chunk, like a... I mean, there's something to be said for a well-made handle, you know? It's not just like some little flip switch you would see on some modern generators. But it has a good ka-chunk, like, it's doing something. Let's really turn that power on. Let's see if we can get this open. It's stuck, but it does not appear locked. Here we go. Oh yeah. Kind of old-timey breakers. Yeah, so let's see what it was actually doing. Oh, so now we can see the mechanism. When you pull up, it physically throws these little connections, makes the contacts close. Open it, pops right out. I would give anything to be able to take this off right now and take this beautiful lever home with me, but for now we'll close it up, try to avoid the rat shit, and wait for someone else to enjoy. Oh man, really pretty. Still got a belt on it. I don't know why I thought I could turn that over. So it's an old Caterpillar. You know, sometimes these old Caterpillar machines were made so you could just take the tracks right off them and set them on the ground when something else on them broke, and then you could just make power with them. It's some kind of bed frame. I want to explore one other piece of this machine, if I can. Holy shit. I hit some bees. Yeah, may have disturbed the bees a little bit, so let's give them a minute. Let's give them just a minute. But if I could sneak, right? This is all, nothing staged here, folks. Obviously. I want to get to that lever right there. Look at that little guy. Alright, please, don't freak out. Don't freak out. Let's see what this does. Comes out. You push it in. What does this do? Feel like it moved at one point, but oh, there we go. So it's I wish I could imply just how, oh, here's some more levers. Just how well made and satisfying these levers feel. Just solid mechanical clunks that I just feel like are missing in machines that I experience in normal life today. You know, like, I mean, who knows? Like, maybe with some TLC, this thing would actually fire up. But let's carry on to the next one. All right, so here's your standard miner's concrete bed. It's like your regular bed, only made of concrete, so bet you'd sleep nice and cozy on that. But at least there's some kind of pipe here you can use to heat something maybe and keep yourself warm. Now this stuff looks fairly modern in here, so they must have been doing some work after the 1800s like everything else seems up here. I've got some really cool drone footage I'll show you guys of that. I mean, here's all these pipes, so they were clearly building some kind of pipe system, which no doubt would have sucked to put in. Here's maybe like a little eating room. You can just imagine them all sitting together here, beating the shit out of each other with their pipes. And that was rat poop, so not good. All right, let's keep looking. Okay, so going out behind the generator, check out what was in this office. I wish you could hear, maybe you can hear, just the sound of bees are everywhere. Bees and rat shit. God damn. That might be a bucket of some of the nastiest looking stuff. Remember how I was saying everything was so well lubricated? They're probably using some kind of horrific compound like that to keep it all going. Here we have a little smelting. This is probably for testing different ores, seeing how they melted down. So it's a little test forge in here. Let's look around and see if we can find any samples of ore, because I have really no idea. Oh my God, there's another one. It's just the amount of stickiness in that bucket is just, oh my God. Oh my God. What the heck is that? Oh my God. Here's a little weight, but that doesn't appear to be anything special. Got little boxes of parts up here. So this is kind of like their maintenance shed area. I know that probably 10,000 people have been here before me, and probably everything cool is taken, but that's why you want to leave stuff for people and not take it from these kind of sites, because it's kind of a walk-in museum in some ways. A shitty museum, but still. And there's his boot. Looks like he stepped in whatever that is and was like, fuck it, not bringing that with me. That's got something in it. We should probably stay away. Oh, look at that. Nice big gear. And all these people that build steampunk things are just probably having such a fun time looking at all these little parts. I mean, I feel the same. There's all these little mechanical things just laying around. And I assume they're still here because no one wants to trek 5 miles into the middle of nowhere and lug something that weighs like 20 pounds out with them. So hope they stay there for a while. And what do we have here? Perhaps it is nope, not another outhouse. We got an old, oh, I know what this is. This is an old kerosene heater. So we actually had one of these when I was a kid in our barn. A little bit different style, and a little bit better shape, but fundamentally the same thing. Really hope nothing collapses. It does not appear to be that much more in here. Fucking bees. Little places like this just are not, they're not on the map. This one's not marked. No tourists are beating down the door to come see it. But it's a little piece of what made America great, you know? At some point, people drug all this stuff up here. They put holes in the ground. They tried to pull stuff out. And the stuff they pulled out made the people's lives better of the day. It was the minerals, copper, lead, all kinds of minerals that they pulled out of these mountains that made people's lives better. And then the deposits ran low and they just forgot about it. So in some ways it's just sobering to think about all the work that was put in here for it just to be left for nothing. A little capstan for winding a cable, I assume. We're gonna check out these giant tanks up here. See what that's all about. Once again, it's the old repair shop area, the Home Depot of 1920, so to speak. All little boxes for parts. They probably were quite organized at some point when this was all running. Oh my God. Wow. Look at this. Oh my God. Ingersoll Rand Imperial Type V. Is this a steam engine? Oh my gosh. Fuck. Burn here. Look at this, these beautiful old steampunk handles. Wow. You know, things used to be pretty solidly made. This thing is just incredible. Wow. Look at all that. Raise to start. Let's see. Well, guess not. Here's the different, see this one says load, unleaded, so load, unload. Huh. So pipes are cut off. Yeah, that's a crazy generator. Some kind of oil generator. Wow. Type 10. Wow, just incredible. Here's another smaller generator. Just check out the piping. Must have been some tremendous pressure. There's probably a fuel tank or a pressure tank associated with all this. Wow, so all right, let's follow it. So generator comes through here. Big handle right here. Wow, still works. Oh man, wonder what'll happen, if anything. Probably nothing. But for some reason, it's still scary turning this big handle. If there is some pressure built up, we're gonna let it out. I'm just amazed at how well these things are oiled. Remember that giant bucket of grease? I have a feeling they have one here too somewhere. It's a 100-year grease. You grease it once, lasts for 100 years. All right, that's open, whatever it did. Okay, so anyways, follow it up. Comes to this tank, does something, mixes it, something comes in, boom. Let's go see where that ends up. I have a feeling they're blasting steam down into the ground to help break up something. Yeah, so it goes right down to the ground. Oh, we have a mine cart here. This is just like Christmas. Wow. An old ore cart. Oh, jeez. Let's see if we can close it. Oh, it's heavy. I could probably close it if I use both hands, but while filming, it's rather difficult. So anyways, the steam came down right there into the ground. Here's the ore carts. Not really certain. Doesn't seem to be any way for it to come out, but let's go to the end of the tunnel and see where it would have gone. I assume it went to something that is now gone. Little switch yard here. And then there is still that building over there. So let's hack our way through. Oh, well, wish I had those. Hack our way through these nasty brambles. See what was in here. Ooh, more gauges. I love it. This is all so cool. Wheat gauges. 15 of them on that row. So I'm guessing 15 there too, 15 up there. No idea. Huh. Benches around the side. See the old coal or iron ore cart, whatever it was in there. Maybe it was an eating room, something like that. All the benches. Not really sure. Just a tank and a toilet back there. All right, well, I believe that was everything. I'm gonna go back and get some cool pictures of that engine, and then I'm gonna head on out and see what else I can find. You know, there's something sad about old machines just left to live out their days. One time, this guy was just parked right here after working. You can see how much he worked from his tracks being so worn. He was just parked here, and then no one ever sat on him again. No one ever drove him again. And he's been here just watching the mountains ever since. So, there's no seat, but I'm gonna sit down on him one last time and at least try to imagine what it would have been like to work at this mine, surrounded by such beauty and also clearly such nasty work. And in that way, I feel like I'll have given all this hard work and this machine some kind of respect. Because that's really what I want to impress on everyone through these videos, is that we should respect all the people that did so much incredible hard work to carve this country out of absolute wilderness and to carve a living for themselves, but also to carve minerals out of the ground that would take care of this nation. Here we have the smelting area. You can see the old brick furnace and the massive heat shield. Wonder what kind of smelting went on here. I always like to check and see if there's any little bits and pieces of what they may have, what kind of ore they may have been smelting here. It appears to be iron ore. When it bubbles up like this, it's called hemite, because hemite has something to do with blood. It means dry blood or something in Latin, I believe. I'm sure I'll be corrected if wrong. But it looks like dry blood, and as you can see, it doesn't really. But for some reason, they call it hemite. And once again, the thing I just keep getting blown away by is how well lubricated everything is. It's just incredible. It's sitting here forever, and everything moves. Here we have another ore cart. You know, this one we might try to push. What do you think? I think we can push that guy. Let's see about it. This guy feels like he wants to move. Nope. Yeah. Now that I think about it, I mean, look at the size of this thing. No one's moving that. Some ore still left in it. I believe the last building to explore is that one down there, and maybe some of that one, but it's looking a bit sketchy. So let's get over there and see what we can find. All right, let's do the old lubrication test. See if it still moves. Go with these bigger ones. It's may not even be an issue of lubrication, though it probably is. It's just so damn big. Big ore hopper here. Clearly some kind of flywheel to help regulate its speed. Ore would come down from here. I'm guessing the little train car up there would bring it up in here through this. Ore would be sorted probably by some kind of shaking mechanism into different sizes. Come down here into the crusher or whatever that structure is. Can't really see in here, so let's continue on down. Damn, there's so many big birds in here, it scares the crap out of me. Wow, check that out. So the ore would have come up in there. Different pieces get sorted off probably by weight or density into different conveyor belts, brought up here. You can see it comes up here. You know what I'm gonna do? Lubrication test. Wouldn't it be just great if this whole thing powered up like a crazy video game? See these little catwalks where everyone would have stood. And this little platform, some poor bastard had the job to stand up here all day. Start, stop, start, stop, two different things. Probably conveyor belt and some kind of other machine. Just stand up here. Probably no ear protection, eye protection, limb protection, anything like that. Well, catwalk here. Let's go up it, hope it doesn't collapse. Definitely got some fire damage, so that's always a worry. Big shaker box here, more valves, more stuff. Really wish I knew what all this did. Clearly it spits something out right there. That was a little unstable feeling. Clearly it spits something out into this hopper. I don't know if it grinds it up or what it does, but I wouldn't have wanted to fall in there. There's some kind of, let's check it out. Kind of massive wrench here with a giant gear on it. Check that out. Some little kind of catch, kind of like a old-time pulley or come-along system. Some kind of grinding wheel in there. And then I saw this on my way up. An absolutely massive wrench welded out of something. It looks like kind of ad hoc with pieces added, but it is just impossible to move. I don't know what that would have been for. It has to weigh 100 pounds or more. Just random huge things. Like this looks like you make a model UFO on or something. It's a UFO press. I have absolutely no idea. Going down, get down here where, whew, I feel like this would have been the new man at the jobs position to stand down here and just see this thing vibrate back and forth on its springs, doing whatever it does, and then spitting its product out to go off into the mountain, or down the mountain, I should say. So, wow. Pretty neat to see all this stuff just sitting here. Clearly they had a fire and they just stopped. I mean, that was the end of it. But here you are in all the tranquility, and then the noisiest place in the world would have been right inside there with everything moving and shaking and jumping all around. Hope you liked this video. I'll be doing more of these where I just ramble around in the wilderness and try to find cool stuff. So hope you like them.